Unfortunately, it took me too long, like always, to get through characters and say what I was going to say, and I believe I left off with Beto. So, Mihalio's been asking people about character aesthetics and what they think about the outfits and what draws them to characters, and I'm basically trying to say what I think. It takes me a long time to say how I feel about each character, but I did leave off with Beto. Like I was saying at the end of the last video before I got cut off, I feel like they are overusing the whole eye patch thing, and that's kind of what took me away from this character, was that maybe if she didn't have it, I probably would have liked her a lot more. But coming across to her whole outfit design as a whole, I actually do like it. I like how her hair kind of wraps around the hairpin thing, though in real life her hair would never really do that, but I like that. I do like the fact that her hair is dark. I tend to favor characters with dark hair and that is long, since I also have long hair myself. Her overall design is okay. I guess she's supposed to be like a pirate in a way. Right, not in a way. She is, as far as I know. I do like the whole purple with the red, and again, the black does make the rest of her outfit stand out. Um, I do like Beto. She's like a character that I neither like a lot nor really dislike. I feel like the only thing that truly ruins her for me is the eye patch. If they would have got rid of it, I would have said yes, I like her. But because of that, I kinda, in a way, it ruins it for me. As much as I hate to say that, it ruins the character for me because of the whole eye patch thing. I feel like they overuse that a lot. Maybe if she didn't have it, I would have liked it her a lot more. Her overall design is fine, but that's the only thing that I have a problem with, is the whole eye patch thing. Moving on to Shanling. She's actually one of my main characters. I use her all the time. I do tend to favor characters that use direct weapons, and she fights with a direct weapon. She fights with a spear, or a pole arm rather. I actually like her a lot. I also saw what her original default design looked like, and I felt like it was nearly not as good as this. Shanling's outfit has a lot going on with it, personally. Um, I do like how the black does make the yellow stand out. I'm not saying like it's a whole scorpion thing from Mortal Kombat, because his is also black with yellow, but it just stands out a lot. I also like how her hair is kind of like a bluish color. She's also a very cute character. She's very pleasing to look at. She's a very cute character. The voice actress, her voice fits the character very perfectly. I feel like the voice is the character. It's what makes the character. That is what makes me like characters, by the way, if the voice for the character fits. And her voice does fit. I like how she has like a little goba thing hanging off the side there. And like I said, I do tend to like characters that have something hanging off of them, rather it be like a tassel or a scarf. And she has like the whole ribbon hanging off her back. So with the bell, and it's very interesting, and I tend to like it mainly for that reason as well. I also like how it's a mixture between dark and brightness. Um, Also around her left arm, you can see like the little white part that's around her arm that goes into her sleeve. If you also look down at her right ankle, she also has the same type of like white wrap. It's like a white wrapping with like black, and she has it on her left arm and her right ankle. I'm not really sure why only on that, but she does, and it's interesting. But yeah, Shanling overall is one of my favorite characters. Mahalio is asking people about character aesthetics and about what they like in a character and what they think about the character designs. I have a feeling that they're thinking about maybe changing some of the outfits, and I kind of hope that they don't, in a way, because some of the outfits I do like, and then some of them I'm like, it's just too basic. Um, in part one, I basically went through half of the characters saying what I liked and didn't. Again, a little bow hanging off the very back end of her hair here. Personally, that doesn't make any sense to me. Like, what is it even really attached to? It doesn't hold up anything, and I feel like it's just kind of there. I feel like it shouldn't be attached to her hair. It should be more attached to the back of her neck, to the actual outfit, but then it would be hanging lower. But I still think it would be fine. But I'm not sure why they did that. But I do like it. I think Shanling's design is fine. I think it's fine the way it is. I don't really have any problems with it at all. I actually think it's okay. Moving on to Razor. What kind of drew me to Razor is he reminded me a lot of Inuyasha. And I actually happen to like Inuyasha a lot. I feel like that's kind of the only reason, is because he reminded me of Inuyasha. Despite that, though, as much as I hate to say it, I feel like I've seen his design before in another game called Shining Force X, or EXA, Shining Force. The main protagonist in that game also has like the whole black, with the whole brown and like the whole like wool. You see those things around his hip. Well, the main character in that game had like these. It's like a bone necklace that was wrapped around his neck, kind of like what he has there. Those giant like white shaped things, and it kind of reminded me a lot of that character, but it's still drastically different. I actually like Razor a lot though. He's a cute character and he's very interesting overall. Um, Again, he does remind me a lot of Inuyasha, but he is very cute. I actually like his jacket the most. His jacket's very interesting. I like the designing on it. It's also dark and it makes the rest of his colors on his outfit stand out, mainly due to the fact that his pants are like a bright green and then his gloves are like an orange, and then the rest of his jacket's like this dark black, and it really makes him stand out because of that. I do like the designs on it. I also like how his element crest is in the back. That stands out a lot as well because it's black and then suddenly there's just like a bright purple thing there. It's kind of weird too though that he has like a cross because it almost looks religious to me, and I'm like, But aside from that though, I actually like it a lot. I like how he has like the little buckles hanging off the back. Like his overall his coat is like the most interesting thing. I feel like that's what makes the character. It's the damn jacket. Um, but he is an overall he's just an overall cute character. He's fun to use. He's very interesting as well, like his origins and everything. I don't actually have any problems with his design at all. I think it's fine just the way it is. Um, it would be weird to see it any other way, personally, if they were to redesign it. I don't know what they would do, but I feel like I like his outfit as it is now. I feel like it's fine the way it is. I don't know how other people feel about it. Um, he also has like marks on his arms, like I guess what are supposed to symbolize as cross, like scars. He has like an X above his arm here, and he has some slashes like on his side. It looks like on both sides and on both arms, even on his face. He even has an earring on one ear. Only on one ear though. Um, Again, I like his overall design. I don't really have anything else I can say about it personally. Uh, I think it's fine the way it is. I also like how they designed it to where his hair can come out the back of his jacket. He has like a cut in between the back of it that goes up to his hood, and it fits. I can't really explain it. Um, I think he's okay. I like his design a lot. He's actually one of my most used characters ever since I got him. He kind of basically replaced Noel, and he's always on my team now. So he like basically replaced Noel for me, and I never would have thought that would have happened. But he basically like replaced her. I actually like Razor a lot, and I think his overall design is fine, if I had to say personally. Moving on to Barbara. I think Barbara's design fits her based on she's also a deaconess and she resides within like the church, and she's very churchish, very churchy, and I feel like this is what somebody in a church that is dedicated to it would kind of dress like. Um, I actually like her design a lot. I don't really have anything negative to say about her design at all. It fits the whole crosses and the whole hat thing, and it is very churchy when you look at her. She does look like a church girl. I also like how she has like the whole like dandelion wrapped around here, and her design of her dress is very different because it folds into like these flower. individual flat flower flaps, and then it goes into like a solid piece on this side. Um, Not only that, the little buckles that she has kind of reminds me of like a fish, like fish bones, 'cause it almost kind of looks like that. Overall, though, I think her design is okay. I don't have really anything negative to say about it. Um, I think it's fine. I like the little book that hangs off of her, the little cross. I feel like the cross might have been added 'cause I feel like I've never noticed that ever before. I like how the book itself has a lot of designs going on it. Like it's just designed uniquely. Even has her crest on it as well. Um, she also has twin tails. I tend to like twin tail characters. I think they're very cute. I also like her shoes design are interesting as well. I think her design is perfect. I think it's fine for what she is and what she does, as well as her origins. Because Mihoyo really wants to know what people think about the character outfits. I don't know if there's been a complaint about outfits, or if they're thinking about maybe redesigning some of them. Kind of makes me a little unsure how I would feel about that if they were to decide to start redesigning things. I don't really want to, hope I don't feel alienated, because once I get used to something, I'm used to it. Um, Personally, though, I think her outfit design is perfect. I think it's perfect the way it is, and I like it. Barbara is a character that I do like a lot. She's always on my team, mainly because she's a healer. I would hate to say that that's the only reason, but it basically really is. I also, because I can use Hydro attacks from a distance, because she is a catalyst user, I can combine her with Changyin to create freeze, and I often do pair those two together a lot, mainly due to that fact. When it comes to Lisa, she's alright. I do like her design. I do like the whole purple and black. Her design is fine. Um, it's just I'm not really sure how I feel about her, really. Um, she kind of reminds me a lot of Fiore Brunelli from Star Ocean 5, Star Ocean Faithlessness and Integrity with the whole hat thing. Though Brunelli has a drastic different design because her hat actually has cat ears on it, and she has wings that come off her back and a tail, a cat tail. But the cat tail, like, it's all part of her outfit. It's just like fake. She's not really a cat, but that's what her outfit was more like, which was more unique. Um, she also kind of reminded me of like Sai Wenji, and I'm like, oh Jesus Christ. But if I had to decide about her overall design, because Mihoyo wants to know what I think about the outfits itself. Her outfit is unique. Again, in a way, it almost looks like it has too much white on it, though. That's been my main complaint for like half the outfits, though. But in her case, it actually fits. It fits a lot. I think her outfit design for her style and for her personality and the way she is as a character, um, I feel like it fits. But she also comes off too much as like seductress kind of type of woman, really. Like I don't know how I feel about that. Um, but it works for what it is. That's really all I can say. It works for what it is. Her design, I guess, is okay. I don't really have anything else to really say about it. Again, Lisa is kind of like a character that I neither like nor dislike. She's kind of like in that meh category, if you would. She's just kind of there to me personally. She's not somebody I would really use all the time. Again, I don't really tend to favor catalyst characters. I prefer more direct attack characters, which kind of makes me unsure because there's another character I like called Scaramouche, who's also an Electro character, and he also fights with a catalyst. But I actually like him. I just like his overall design. He's perfect to me. I'm gonna like him either way. Basically, that's how much I like that character. I like pretty much everything about him. I'm like super drawn to him, and he's like attractive to me, even though his description basically says that he's two-faced and everybody hates him, even the Harbingers, because he's also the sixth Harbinger, and it says that even his fellow Harbingers dislike him. Um, I I have a glitch in my game, the two little lines next to her name, and then I can move it over to attributes. It's a glitch. I don't know what that is. It's just kind of there. I don't know. Lisa's design is okay, but she's not really a character I super like nor dislike. She's just kind of there to me. But her overall design itself, I guess it's fine. Moving on to Kaya. I actually like Kaya a lot. I tend to favor direct attack characters, and he fights directly with a sword. Um, he is kind of flirtatious in a way, kind of like Child. But I like Child as well as Kaya too, for that exact same reason. Um, I think his design is fine. I can't really seem to find anything wrong with it. It's unique, but it is kind of, in a way, almost basic. His pants are so tight that it almost looks like he's just wearing a weird bodysuit. Oh, okay, all I can say is, his design is fine. I had to take a break because I've been talking for so long. My throat was getting dry and I was about to have a choking fit. It's interesting. That's pretty much all I'll say. Because Mahalia wants to know what people think about the outfits. They sent out a survey, but they only asked me about the characters they asked me about. They asked me about Changyun, Diluc, Jean, Lisa. I think those were the only characters they asked me what I thought about. But I thought I would go ahead and do some videos thinking of what I should say. And I didn't really want to split it into numerous parts, and I had to. I'm also very tired, so if I'm not really making sense or it seems like I'm struggling with my words, it's because I am. I guess apparently there's something wrong with my Wi-Fi, or there was. Yeah, it's getting ready to be 10 in the morning, and I've been awake since yesterday. So all I could say is I did want to do a video saying what I thought about these characters, but there's so many characters I can't fit it into one video, and this is the second part. I basically covered all the characters in part 1, except for these last few. I actually do like Kaya a lot, though. I liked him from the first moment I saw him. His design is weird in itself, but it's fine. I feel like the top of it's just over the top. The whole feather-esque like thing with the whole sleeve, and it just stands out a lot when you look at him. But I feel like that's what gets him noticed, is the fact that his outfit is just so freaking bizarre. Like, how does he even get that on? I'm curious. I'm just looking at it like, how? Like, what is what exactly? But overall, I do like Kaya a lot. I don't have anything negative to really say about him. He's fine. Again, he has like the whole eye patch thing, and that's what kind of ruined Beto for me as well. I feel like that was it's kind of getting overused. Maybe if he didn't have that, I would like him a lot more. I don't really tend to favor eye patch characters personally, in my personal preference. I really don't. Unless it's done really well. The only eye patch character I ever really put up with is like Masamune Date, because he's one of my absolute favorite characters. But in other things, I'm like, no. Again, blue is my favorite color, and he's basically covered in it, so, well, I don't know. I like Kai. He's a likable character. I think his design is fine. I don't really have anything negative to say about it. I don't even know what else you could put him in, personally. I honestly don't know what you would put him in other than what he has on already. Moving on to Amber. She's cute, and her outfit is kind of basic. But her outfit is interesting. I like the little goggles around her neck. The shorts are cool. I like the little thing that comes off her element crest. It's actually shaped like bird feathers, I guess like phoenix feathers almost. And she's the only character that has something like that. Feathers coming off of her element crest. So that's unique in itself. Again, she's another bow character, and I don't really favor bow characters, so that's kind of another reason why I never use her. I feel like bow characters, personally, they're too slow for my fighting style. You can't really do much damage. It's just slow when it comes to like direct combat. I feel like they're more like distance-based characters, and I'm kind of more of a close quarters type of person when I come to playing games. I tend to like characters that can get close to the enemy and deal damage quickly, rather than, oh, let me shoot from a distance. That's not my type of style. I'm more of a up in your face type of person, um, that can unleash attacks very quickly that do direct damage. I tend to favor direct attack characters, whether it be a sword or a spear or a staff or anything like that. I tend to prefer direct attack weapon based characters. Um, but her design, though, it's fine. It works for her personally. Um, I don't really have anything else to say about that. I can't really think of anything else to say. Um, she is all right. Um, she's a very likable character is all I can say. I like the little thing on her head. It looks like ears, like bunny ears. She's also represented by a bunny, which is funny. Um, but yeah, it's cute. I like how it kind of wiggles. Kind of reminds me of that one anime about the girl that has the bunny ears on her head, and supposedly if you touch them, if a man touches them, she becomes pregnant. It's a weird anime, and that's kind of what it reminds me of. I'm like, what the shit? Um, but yeah, Amber's fine. I also think her design is fine. It's perfect, and it is different than all the other designs in the game, and it's fine for what it is. So like I said, I've covered all the characters, starting from Yanfei all the way down, saying what I thought because Mahoyo wants to know what people think. I actually already did the survey, as you can see here. They're asking about game character aesthetic preference survey. Um, I don't know if there's something wrong with the outfits, why they would be sending that out all of a sudden. But they want to know what people think. Um, so I'm not really sure if they have plans on changing the character designs at some point. I kind of hope not, because I kind of like a lot of the character designs. There was only a few that I didn't like, that I honestly didn't care for. Like, I didn't really care for Rosaria's, I didn't care for Shinyan, I don't care for Shinyan, period. I don't care for Rosaria, period. I didn't care for Jean, her outfit, or her, period. I didn't care for Bennett at all, period. I would have liked Beto a lot more if she didn't have the eye patch. Same thing with Kaya. Um, but otherwise than that, I pretty much like all characters. There's only a few that I really just utterly don't. I actually like Yanfei though. If people didn't see part one, I pretty much said why I liked her. She reminded me of like three different other characters, and she's kind of cute. And she's interesting. She's also like a part deer person. She's like an adeptus. Her father was an adeptus, and her mother was mortal. Um, but I pretty much, like I said, I went through all characters in the game, saying which ones I liked or which were my favorites. Again, I do feel like I do like some characters more than others, and there's just some that I like but just don't like enough to really use or to have or to even pay attention to even remotely at all. It's kind of really hard to say, really. Like I said, I've tried to do videos like this before. I've actually already done a total of 5 different videos like this, where I went through and talked about each character, why I liked them, why I didn't. Um, and every time I never uploaded it, I would delete the video because I just don't know why. I would do it, and then I would delete it every time. Mainly too because this has got split up into 2 different parts, and I didn't want to do that. But there's too much for me to say about the characters. I can't fit that into an hour. I tried, and I can't. So, basically, I like Yanfei. I don't care for Rosaria. I like Hu Tao. I like Xiao. I like Ganyu. Diona is cute. I like her, but she's too childish for my liking. So she's just kind of there to me. She's not somebody I really would ever really use. I mean, she's cute, but she's just not really my style. I do like Child. He's actually one of my top favorite characters. He's like in my top 3, in my top 5, my top 7, my top 10. He's like in my top everything. He's literally one of my most liked characters. I pretty much like everything about him. He's very flirtatious, and I tend to like that in a guy. He's very sexy. I like him. He's very appealing. He's very super appealing in literally every way. Um, Shinyan, I don't really like or care for her at all. In my opinion, she just appears, she's just kind of ugly to me. I know that's probably mean to say, but her actual artwork, the character, the portrait, like the artwork for the game, her artwork, she looks cute, but her in-game character model, I just, something about her face, she just looks ugly to me. And I've said that before. But her actual character artwork, her character portrait, the artwork looks good. Her artwork is cute, which is, I don't understand why she looks different in the artwork and her in-game model doesn't look the same. That happens a lot with games, though. Like, the artwork can look stunning and then the in-game model looks like a twig. But, like a pixel. But I don't know. I just don't like her. I don't like her at all. Zhong is one of my most liked characters as well. He's one of my top favorites. He's super pleasing to look at. He's beautiful from every angle. He's like husbando to me. He really is. He's one of my top favorite characters. I really like Zhong a lot. I'm actually trying to see if I can get him. Haven't really had any luck personally though. But Zhong is one of my most liked characters. I pretty much like everything about him. He's really cool. He has a really in-depth story. He's a man with a lot of depth, and he's just very overall pleasing to me. I like him a lot, and there really isn't any reason for me not to like him. I could go into depth forever as to why I like this character, and I'm not gonna do that. I like Albedo. He's interesting. I have a friend who utterly hates him, says he's super annoying, and sometimes if he gets talking for a while, you're like, oh, Jesus Christ. But he's still interesting, though. I actually like him a lot. I feel like he's just misunderstood. When it comes to Klee, again, she's cute and everything, but she just seems too girly and too childish for my liking. But I do like her a lot more than, like, Diona. She's very cute and fun to play as. I like how she da when you're playing as her. It's fun. I like the little things that she does. Normally she says that a lot when you play as her. So she is fun. She is cute, and I do like her. Venti is one of my top favorite characters. He also reminds me of like Hanbei Takanaka, who's another one of my top favorite characters from Samurai Warriors. And it's mainly because he reminds me of Hanbei. He even looks like him even from behind. From the side, the only thing that's different is he has the two long braids on either side, and Hanbei doesn't. But the actual hairstyle is literally the frickin' same. Even the hat is very similar. So that's probably why, because he reminds me a lot of Hanbei. But he's also just a very likable character, in my opinion. I feel like Venti's very much, he's perfect the way he is. He's a very likable character. He's cute. I like Kaching as well. Her overall design is interesting. And again, like I said, I tend to like direct attack characters, and she fights directly with a sword, so I tend to like that. I tend to like direct attack characters. So that's really all I can say, because Mahoyo wants to know what people think about the designs. I don't know if they have plans on maybe changing it. It kind of makes me a little worried, because there are some outfit designs that I really do like. I would hate to see it be changed. And believe it or not, I do like a lot of the character designs. There's only a few that I don't. And then there's Mona. Mona is alright. Again, she's not a character I really use or pay attention to. Personally, I just feel like her voice doesn't fit. I feel like they might have changed her voice at some point. I don't know if she was ever voiced by the same person from the very beginning. I think she was. Honestly think she was. But I just feel like her voice doesn't fit. Maybe if the voice was different, I could come to like her a little more. I have come to like her just a little bit more since last time, because I didn't really care for her at first. She is alright. I just kind of also hate how people keep shipping her with Scaramouche. I hate that. That's a horrible freaking pairing. They're not perfect for each other at all, considering she's a Hydro water-based and he's Electro lightning-based. That doesn't fucking work. That doesn't work. But she is alright. Her overall design fits her. It's perfect for what she's going for. They want to know what I think about her outfit. I think it's fine. She is cute. Um, Her design again is pretty simple. Again, she's like another little girl character, and I don't really know how I feel about that. Um, but she is cute. I probably like her more than like Diona. If I had to choose between her, Diona, and Klee, I would probably choose her. Um, she also fights with a sword, as where Diona fights with a bow, and I really don't care for bow characters much. And then Klee fights with the catalyst, and I prefer direct attack characters, and she does fight with a sword, which is direct, and that's probably why she would probably be one that I would choose if I had to choose between those three. I do like Noelle, though. I feel like Noelle's design is perfect for what it is. It's fine. I like how they're going for the whole maid motif, but she's also a knight, and I can see both when I look at her. I also see a maid, but I also see a knight, and she seems very strong in that own right for that reason as well. She seems like somebody who can really protect and actually get the job done. She seems like she's really reliable and dependable. Coming on to Chongyun, though, he's literally one of my top freaking favorite characters. My god, Chongyun is perfect the way he is. I really hope they don't change his design. I'll be really sad if they change him. He won't be the same to me at all anymore if they change him. I feel like he's really perfect the way he is. The colors fit perfectly. His overall design is unique as well. And I'll be really sad if they change it. I'll be so disappointed. I'll be like incredibly disappointed. I probably won't even use him anymore. Um, but he's literally one of my most liked characters. Out of all characters in the game, he's literally like my number one. He's literally my top favorite character. I like Chongyun more than any other character in the game. He's literally my top favorite. You have no idea. I'm obsessed with this character. Um, I do like Sucrose a lot. She's very cute. Her ears kind of remind me of like this anime called Salty, where there's a girl with green hair that has ears like that. Her name was Salty. Um, but basically, she's very cute as well. She kind of reminds me of like Naotora E by the way she always acts embarrassed all the time. Um, that's what she kind of reminds me of, like the oh, Hazukashi no desu ne. Like she just reminds me of that. But her overall design is fine. I like it. I think it's fine. It fits. It's cute, and I really hope they don't change her design either, because it's fine the way it is. I don't know what you would make it or change it to, but I really hope that they leave it. It's fine the way it is. Jean, however, I personally told them I didn't really like her design, and they asked me why, and I told them that it was too basic. I'm also tired of this whole blonde knight thing, blonde female knight in literally everything. It's just too generic, and a lot of other people have said the same thing. It's kind of like the whole saber thing from Face Day Night or whatever. And that's literally what it reminds me of. It's like, hey, here we go, we have another saber, woo. And she's just not somebody I cared for, mainly due to that fact. I'm tired of this whole generic knight thing. What would make me like her is if her hair was down and was longer, and her whole outfit was black. All of the white parts black, and her hands were exposed. You could actually see her hands. And she had gauntlets around her arms instead of the gloves. And her hair would still be blonde, but have it be down and have it be longer. Then, yeah, I would like her. That's the only thing that's kind of ruining it for me, is the whole ponytail llama night thing. And it's just too much white. It's just no, that's not for me. D-Luke I like a lot, actually. He reminds me a lot of Stirk and a lot of Mitsuno Ishida, and I feel like his overall design is fine. He also stands out a lot too because he's all in black, and then the orange really pops. It really pops. He just reminds me a lot of Stirk. When I look at him, he has like that Stirkenberg look. And Stirk is a character from Altair. He's also a crossover character in Warriors Juju 3 Ultimate, and he's literally one of my ultimate top favorite characters. Holy crap. He's literally one of my favorites. And that's who he reminds me of, so. Like I said in the last video, Bennett, I just feel like his outfit's too simple. I don't really care for him personally. He's not even interesting to me even remotely at all. A lot of people like him, but I I personally just don't. There's nothing that draws me to this character. The only thing I kind of like was two little black flaps coming off his back. I tend to like characters that have things that hang off them like that. But he's just not interesting to me. I'm sure there probably are people that really like him, but he's just not for me personally. I'm sorry. I keep trying to see if I can change my mind, and I can't. I can't, and I don't, and I'm not. Um, I do like Fischl. I like her overall design. Again, I don't really tend to like bow characters, but I put up with it because it actually fits for her personally. I could also see her fighting with a sword, but like aristocratic nonsense. But her overall design is interesting. I really like it. I really hope they don't change it. Also, people keep shipping her with Bennett. I've seen it, and I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. Um, Ning Guang was a character I liked at first, but over the course of time, I kind of grew out of her, and she's just kind of there to me as well. Her overall design is interesting, but I just can't seem to fancy anything about her much anymore. She also fights with the Catalyst, and like I said, I prefer direct attack characters, so that kind of throws me off as well, due to the fact that she's all based on Catalyst. But I do still like her. She seems still mysterious and interesting, and there is a lot to her, but again, I just don't really focus as much on her as I used to before. She's alright, but again, she's kind of somebody I kind of fell out of over the course of time. But she is still okay, and I do still like her as a character. I like her a lot more than Lisa and half of the other characters, but I like her more than Mona if I had to choose. I like her more than Shinya, and I like her more than Rosaria, and I like her more than like Lisa and so forth and Bennett, but she's not somebody I would use all the time. But I do like her a lot. Her design really is pleasing to look at. It does stand out a lot, the whole black with the white and the orange or the gold. It accents itself pretty well. I think her outfit design is fine. I don't know why they would change it. I mean, if they change it, then, I mean, that's up to them. But I personally do think it's okay the way it is. Shincho's design is fine the way it is as well. It fits for him because he's like a son of like a high clan, like he's like aristocratic as well. Um, he has like this young lord, kind of almost like a CL type of thing going on, but it's fine. CL from like Black Butler. Um, but I think it's fun. I actually like his design. I like the little circle thing with the jewel in the middle. It's interesting. Um, And like I said, Beto's design is alright too, but what kind of ruins it for me is the whole eye patch thing. I know she's supposed to be like a pirate, but and that's like always a symbol of pirates, but like I feel like I would have liked her more if she didn't have that. But her overall design is fine. She does seem like a really strong and like powerful woman, but that's what ruins it for my personal preference. Because they want to know what people's personal preferences are and what draws them to characters. And I'm just trying to basically relay that the best way I can. I do like Shanling a lot. Like I said, I'm basically recovering everything I did in part one because I didn't have enough time. Um, but I do like Shanling a lot. She's actually one of my main characters. Her and Changyin are like my two mains, and they basically support my whole team. They're like the two main leaders, really. I can't really see my team without her or Changyin. They're literally the two ones that I use that carry my whole team, basically. She has like the highest attack, um, and then Changyin has like the highest life, so forth. I do like Razor a lot, like I said in the last video. He reminds me a lot of Inuyasha, and I feel like the most interesting thing about him is the freaking jacket. It stands out so much to me, and he's just overall a really likable character. He's very cute. Um, I tend to like everything about him, and I don't really know what else I can say about that personally. He's cute. I like him a lot. I feel like his design is fine too. I would hate to see them change it. Same thing with Barbara's. I feel like her design fits well because she's a deaconess and she's all about the church, and she does look very churchy. Um, she's also an idol, and I feel like that fits. It fits both the church thing and the whole idol thing. It's cutesy, but it's also very simple. Um, I feel like I like her design a lot. Um, I don't really know what they would change it to if they were to change it. I hope they don't. It looks fine the way it is. And like I said in the last video too, Lisa's the outfit design is fine, but she's just not really a character I really like or focus on. Like I said, I don't really tend to like the whole characters who fight with catalyst thing. I prefer direct attack characters like sword or a spear or something. Characters that fight with projectile type things I don't really tend to focus on. Like I have to like that character a lot to put up with that crap. And that's very rare in most instances. Like I said in the last video as well, or at the beginning of this video rather, I do like Kaya. He's fine. He's fine for what he is. Again, I just feel like the whole eye patch thing is kind of overused a bit, but I think he actually has a reason for that. I've seen several different types of fan art where he actually does have another eye on it that underneath that's different colored. I don't know if that's just people drawing fan art or if that's actually canon. I have no freaking idea. I've seen like this weird fan art thing of his actually having like an orange colored eye underneath that, and he goes around stealing the Gnosises for Senora. Like he turns evil. I don't know if that's canon or just somebody having a fantasy, but whatever. And Amber's design is fine. I feel like her design fits her. I actually do like Amber, but again, I just don't put up with the whole bow character nonsense. But I feel like her design fits her. It's fine for what it is. I also mentioned that at the beginning of this video too, so I basically covered all characters, said what I liked about them, what I didn't. There are some characters that are mentioned that are not in the game. I think there's one like called Lynette and one called Lynn or Linnell or something, that are like, not like twins, but I don't even know if they're gonna actually be player characters. And then Scaramouche, I actually like him a lot. I feel like he's perfect as well. He's also an Electro type character that fights with a catalyst. I just hate how people keep shipping him with Mona. I really wish they would stop that crap. It's just, I hate that. But basically, yeah. I basically went through all characters. I'm also incredibly tired. Again, people don't have to agree with me if you actually watched both parts. I basically said which characters I did like, and I tried to give good reasons as to why. Maholio wants to know what people think about the character designs, but I tend to go more in depth. Not only do I talk about their designs, but I also talk about what makes me like characters, period, because that was some questions that showed up on the survey. They asked what draws you to a character. Do you prefer if the outfit matches the character's element? Because Xiao, for instance, he's also an Adeptus, but his element is Anemo, which is wind, yet his outfit's purple. That has nothing to do with wind at all. It looks like he'd be like a lightning or a darkness type character. If I was to see him out of context and you told me he was wind based, I'd be like, are you freaking serious? I would think he would be more like lightning based or something to do with like darkness or something. I would not think that he was a wind character. If I saw him out of context, I would not think that he had anything to do with wind. No, I actually wouldn't. But because I know who he is and what his character is, I know that he is associated with wind, but he also kind of reminds me a lot of Sasuke from Naruto, from the whole purple, and then the rope around his ankle, or his calf, his leg, looks a lot like the rope that Sasuke wears around his waist in Shippuden, and I can't unsee it, so, but basically, I went through all characters. I'm just incredibly tired. Like I said, I have done videos like this before. Um, I've done videos talking about these characters, but it seems like every video I do talking about what I like about the character, why I like about the character, why I like them, and when I do videos like this, I feel like every time I always delete it. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and actually upload this one, and I'm actually gonna go ahead and upload the part 1 as well. Again, people don't have to agree with me. I'm not doing this video because I believe what I'm saying is 100% right. Mahoyo wants to know what people think. They want your own personal preferences, so you can take the survey and tell them as well. I already did. And I'm also doing videos as well, saying what I like. It's hard too when I don't have all the characters, but I feel like the characters I truly like the most, like absolute top freaking favorites, it's probably Zhongli, Child, Venti, Chongyun, Razor, I guess, Sucrose, Diluc, Chongling. I like Barbara a lot as well. Kaya, and I like Noelle. And then Kaching, Xiao, Ganyu, Hu Tao, and Yanfei. If I had to choose like my top favorites though, it would probably be Changyun, Child, Zhongli. Yeah, that's basically it. And Venti, I guess. Like my top favorites. It's Changyun, Child, Zhongli, and Venti. And I guess Razor, and then Scaramouche if he was a character. He is, but he's not player character yet, but I'm sure that he will be. I like Shanling a lot too, but if I'm talking like my absolute top favorites, it's only basically Changyun, Child, Zhongli, and Venti. And I guess Razor. But my top favorites, like if I had to choose my top 3 characters, it would be Changyun, Child, Zhongli. If I had to choose my top 3. And if it was my top 2, it would be Changyun and Child. If I had to choose my top 1, it would be Changyun. So those are the 3 characters I like the most. Changyun, Child, and Zhongli. They're like the top 3, but the top 2 I guess would be Child and Changyun. It's like a tie. Because I really like Child. Oh my freaking god. But yeah, I went through all characters, saying what I thought, giving reasons as to what I like about their outfits, and so forth and so on. Again, I'm sure there's probably some people who like other characters that I don't, and there's probably some people who like the exact same characters as me. Again, I'm not doing this video because I believe that all these characters are the absolute best, and anybody who thinks otherwise is wrong. I'm just basically saying what I like, because they want to know what my personal preference is. How is he climbing that? They basically want to know what my personal preference is. That looks really uncomfortable. Like, what is he doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Changyun, what is that? What is that? Oh my god. Okay, basically. They just want to know what you think. They're asking people to take part in the survey to, yeah, basically just to say what you think about the outfits. I don't know if they have plans on changing the outfits. I'm thinking maybe that's it. Because they want to know what your personal preferences on outfit designs. I don't know if maybe they have plans on redesigning everybody, or maybe they want to put out alternate outfits. I mean, it would be interesting if they decided to make alternate outfits for everybody. Like, you can use the default outfits, but then if they make other outfits, you can use those. But I don't really know how I would feel about that either. Personally, I would like to have different variations. Sometimes I do kind of get sick of looking at the same damn outfit all the time. And that's a lot of games I play. A lot of the games I do play, they each character has at least 3 or 4 different outfits. In most cases, they have like more than that. Because I often play the Samurai and Dynasty Warrior series, and if anybody knows about those series, each of those characters literally have like 10 or 15 outfits each. Um, Usually though they have about 4, but I always buy a lot of the DLC for those games, and a lot of my characters do have like battle attire and then informal or default like attire, like something you would not see them wear normally. And I tend to favor games that have that, where you can choose to have like battle wear or informal wear. Even Dynasty Warriors 9 does that. You can choose to wear the character's battle outfit or to wear like straight up a like something default, like something very Chinese inspired, 'cause that's what the Dynasty games are, based on Chinese history. So you can wear like a Mandarin dress or a full-on armor, and I like that. I tend to like that. I can choose to wear something light and casual that you would only wear in a city, or something where you're going into a full-out war. And I tend to like games that have very, very different variations like that. But again, I don't know how you would redesign. Even if you wanted to make alternate outfits for these characters, I like a lot of their outfits already. They're already pretty good. I don't know how you would design even a second outfit for them. Um, Another character I didn't mention in the first part was the main protagonist. Um, Personally, I feel like Lumine's outfit is fine. I've already seen different fan art though of her. Instead of it being white, it was like all black with red or something, or purple. But I do feel like her design is fine. Same thing with Aether. I have a complex against that character though, but um, it's fine. I feel like her overall design is okay. It is cute. It fits her. I don't really have anything to say. I just kind of wish that we did have alternate colors. Like if I wanted to put her all in black, black with blue or purple or red. Um, I wish that we could. Like I've already seen like a Chinese inspired outfit where she had longer hair and she had 2 like little top knots on either side of her head, kind of like Chun-Li. And her hair was longer. I actually liked that. I thought that design was pretty cool. Um, I also saw like a Chinese inspired outfit for Aether. Like those are actual outfits that I guess the other versions have. I guess it's like the Japanese version or the Chinese version. These characters have different outfits in those games. Like all of the characters have Chinese inspired outfits. I've seen it. I've seen a Chinese outfit for all characters. Every character had like a Chinese based outfit, kind of like Chang Yun's and um, Ling's, but it was like even more Chinese. Um, because even she was like in a Mandarin dress, kind of like, and she had like a scarf thing around her, and like I said, her hair was long, and she had the top knots on either side of her head. Um, and it looked cute. I liked it. I thought it was fine. So, but yeah, each character had a Chinese inspired outfit. Like either was like a Mandarin dress or like a yukata or something. Well, not really like kimono-esque. Some of the outfits actually were. Believe it or not, each of these characters had a Chinese outfit, and I seen it. Um, and I think maybe that's why they're asking people what they prefer. I actually like a lot of the outfit designs, but it would be cool to switch it up. Maybe you could give each of the characters like some kind of a heavily Chinese inspired outfit. When I say Chinese inspired, I mean like something that someone from China would wear, like a Mandarin dress or something like that. I don't really know what you would call those style of clothing, which is why I just say Chinese inspired. So I don't really know the exact term. I would say like a kimono or a yukata, but that's more like Japanese, really. Um, though Chinese people, I believe, wear those too, but I don't know if they're called the same thing. They probably are. Um, all I can say is I do think the outfits are fine, but it would be neat to actually have an alternate outfit for each character. Um, I don't know if they would do that. I've already seen like the main characters in like different outfits. So I mean, it would be cool if they actually brought some of those into the game. Like, it would be neat to, change it up a little bit. Even change some of the characters' hairstyles. Like, instead of having their hair, like, put her hair down, or so forth and so on. Or, like, get rid of her eye patch, or put her hair up or down. Um, I don't know, it just would be cool to have each character have an alternate outfit. Again, I don't know what they would do with that. Um, but it would be neat to give the characters a different outfit other than their default. I'm not saying that that's something they need to do, because that's ridiculous, but it would be neat. It would be cool to finally, change it up a little bit. Um, just saying. They don't have to do that though, because it is a little bit excessive and it is a little bit ridiculous. But it would be interesting nonetheless, honestly, to give these characters another outfit. I don't know if maybe that's why they're asking. They want to know what your preference is on the outfits. Like I said, I've already liked their outfits. I think their default outfits are fine for most of the characters. But me personally, it would be neat to have another outfit. Doesn't have to be like 2 or 3 outfits. I'm not saying it has to be like Dynasty Warriors or Samurai where each character has like freaking 10 outfits. All the DLC for all the Dynasty games I have, it's ridiculous. Each character has like so many damn outfits. It's like 8 or 9 outfits. I'm like, what am I doing? But it would be neat to have at least one more outfit for the character. Man, he is staring into my soul. That's all I can really say. I don't know if other people would agree as well, but I think it would be neat to have another outfit at least. I'm not asking for like over the top stuff, but just something simple. I think it would be neat if each character um, had an alternate outfit. Just one. I'm not saying give them like 5 outfits. I'm just saying it would be cool to have a secondary outfit to use. Rather, if you don't want to use their default style, it would be neat to have something that was different. Um, that's all I can really say for now, though. Um, man, he's so adorable. Like, Changyin's literally my most used character, and he's my most liked character. He's super adorable, and I can't really see my team without him. Can't really see this game without him. And it's funny because I haven't really actually met him in the main game story. I've only ever really met him through like his hangout mission where I got to hang out with him. Otherwise, I actually have not ran into him in the in-game world. It's not like he's been hanging out in Liyue, just hanging out. So that's all I can really say. And like every time I do a video talking about these characters, either their outfits or their element or their weapon of choice, or I always just delete it. I never upload it. I don't know why, but I've already done this like 5 different times. And every time I deleted it. But this time I won't because, Maholio did ask me. I don't know if they're going to, if they watch these or not. But I really do like what they've done with the game. And the outfits and everything. I just kind of wish that we had a lock-on, and I wish we had a guard. Because they've added everything else people have asked for. They really actually have. I gotta give them credit for that. They actually have added what other people wanted. But that's like my main problem. You're probably gonna be hearing me click a lot because I have the in-game sound turned off. But that's like the only thing that bothers me about this is the fact that there is not a lock-on and there is not a guard. I feel like if there was a lock-on or a guard, I would be able to defend it a little more. Because sometimes when I want to attack one enemy, my character will start attacking another enemy other than what I want. Like what's kind of happening right now. Like I want to hit like the other one over here, but sometimes she'll go and hit the other one other than the one I'm actually trying to hit. And it would be better to have a lock-on. Because a lot of games in today's world, we have lock-ons, like R3 or some other mechanic. And I just feel like it would be better if we had that. And we also had a guard, because sometimes I feel like I get hit by stupid crap that could have easily been avoided. Or would have been easily blocked. But that's just what me